The outspoken you, only you gotta believe in you. Pack your bags right now, let's go follow the truth. The outspoken you.
In a lot of poor neighborhoods, two people can do everything right. They fall in love, they have kids, they build a life together, they even make it official. Then reality hits. Look, the second two people that are struggling move in together or get married, the benefits start drying up. The housing assistance shrink. The food support goes down. The healthcare and the child care credits change. All because their incomes are combined. That doesn't sound like a love problem to me. That sounds more like a penalty. The system literally makes doing the right thing more expensive than they can handle. So you have to ask yourself, when trying to build something stable actually sets you back financially, is a messy life always a character flaw, or is it just survival? Look, people look at the hood and see single mothers, empty chairs, fractured homes, and they always blame it on choices. But that's not a preference, that's survival. Marriage didn't disappear because people stopped wanting love. In many neighborhoods, it was priced out, stressed out, and worn down over generations. Just think about how the cards are stacked. Slavery tore families apart. Redlining blocked wealth on purpose. Then the factories closed down and took the good jobs with them. Then mass incarcerations locked up generations of men. That is not ancient history. That is more like a chain, and parts of it is still yanking on people right now. Oh, and if you think this only happens in black neighborhoods, look at what happens everywhere else when work disappears. When the mills and the mines closed down on the Rust Belt, those white communities went through the exact same breakdown. Marriage rates collapsed. Fathers left. Addiction took over. Same exact story, just different skin. Those folks felt abandoned too, and a lot of them still do. They watched their towns hollow out and their whole way of life disappear. But here's the difference. Society was a lot quicker to see their struggles and call it an economic tragedy. So why is one called a tragedy and the other called the character flaw? Because when it happens to them, society looks at the circumstances. But when it happens to us, too many people look at the culture. It was never about race. It was about abandonment and then getting blamed for the fallout of that abandonment. Look at what that kind of pressure actually does to the head. When you are constantly stressing about money, it consumes so much mental energy that you literally can't think straight. There's a major study that shows it's the equivalent of losing 13 IQ points right in that moment. Not because anybody is less smart, but because when you're drowning in rent, bills, court dates, and just trying to keep the lights on, your brain does not have the room to think 10 years ahead. You're just trying to survive the day. That's just your nervous system in pure survival mode. And when chaos is all you've ever known, real peace can start to feel boring. The steady, stable partner feels a little flat. The drama starts to feel like passion. Kids raised in chaos grow up mistaking chaos for chemistry, and the cycle just keeps repeating. Some men are just irresponsible. Some cheat. Some walk out because they refuse to grow up. That is real, and no amount of history can change personal responsibility. But here's the other side of the truth. Most of the child support debt isn't from some rich guys dodging payments. It's owned by men making under $10,000 a year. That is not always a deadbeat dad. Sometimes that's a man being billed for a life he was never given the tools to afford. That explains him. It does not excuse him. Your daughter doesn't care why you weren't there. She just knows you weren't. That wound explains the man, but it doesn't raise the child. And on the other side, a lot of women get handed this title, strong black woman. But many of them didn't choose to become hard. They became hard because being soft kept costing them too much. That explains her. It does not excuse her, because when you wear armor you can never take off, it doesn't just keep the pain out, it keeps the love out. You cannot build something lasting, check this out, with someone that is always braced for impact. So here's the real trap. The system built the cage, but we're the ones wearing the armor inside the cage. We have to reject two lies. The hard lie says it's all bad choices. The soft lie says it's all the system and nobody has to take responsibility. The truth is somewhere in the middle. Your trauma explains your patterns, but your kids shouldn't have to pay for them. Pain explains the behavior. A child is not a battlefield for two wounded adults to finish old wars. Love cannot do the job of therapy, money, faith, maturity, and community all by itself because it breaks every damn time. I am the outspoken you. This is You Talk. And remember, noise is not knowledge.